You know that to go You know what?
I do not own the rights to this music. Once again, I do not own the rights to this music. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to check in. Once again, it's couple. I am LA, and you are
Miss LA.
She going by Miss LA today, y'all.
Yeah, Miss LA.
So yeah, once again, it's your favorite couple. We tapping in for our Saturday evening ride, date night, chill time, relaxation, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes, man. Y'all come on in the room, come on in these digital rooms, man. We just riding right now. Headed across town, as the old folks used to say. Going over town, cross town, or however you want to put it. You know, we say we outside. That's what we say nowadays, right? What we say?
We outside.
We's outside. Right. Y'all come on in the digital streets. Check on in. We got a good show today. Yes, sir. Also, I hope everybody had a good work week, man. How was everybody's work week? How was everybody's work week? Everybody's work week. How was everybody's work week, man? Come on in. I see 4 people. Come on, y'all. Come on in the room. Tell a friend. Bring a friend. Y'all tap in. Once again, it's your favorite couple. I am LA, and you are
Miss LA.
Yeah. And we are your favorite couple. We checking in for the weekend ride, for the weekend get out. We's outside. We's outside. Just like to let y'all know also, man, it is our 8th or 9th, 8th marriage anniversary. So y'all clap that up. Give a hand clap, or you clock that, as y'all said. Clock that. Where they get that? Who started this?
Clock that tea.
What is all that about? I gotta clock this tea. Why I can't clock some water or something? Why I gotta be some tea? What the tea is? The tea is the gossip. Know what it is?
I don't know.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all tell a friend, come on in, man. We going in, man. So yeah, man, we just riding, we outside. We going to celebrate, like I said, our 8-year marriage anniversary. You know, yeah, man, we just gonna bring y'all along with us, man, and let y'all kind of stroll with us, man. We in the streets, man. We in the streets, y'all want to see. We in the streets, man. We in the streets, y'all see? We in the streets, y'all see? We in the streets, man. Yeah, we in the streets. We out here. We out here. We's out here. So yeah, man, if we got anybody on this live who's celebrating or have celebrated a birthday or an anniversary or some special occasion, man, we want to say shout out to you. And we want to say happy belated birthday to those that may have just had a birthday either in the beginning of September, which we still is in the beginning, or sometime in August. Shout out to all the people that are celebrating recent birthdays. My wife, she had a birthday on August 26th, right?
Yes.
August 26th, man, it went down. Oh man, we partied like rock stars, man. We was in the building, almost a sold out venue, man. We had a time was had, as they said. So yeah, man, shout out to the audience. Want to ask a question on this evening, man, for all of y'all that are in relationships or in marriage or whatever you want to call it, situationships. What was that thing Jada said? Yeah. Whatever kind of entanglement. Yeah, as Jada put it. If we got some people in here that's in some type of entanglements and you've been in years of entanglements, man, we're going to include y'all too, man. So yeah, my personal question is for those that are in long-term relationships or what have you, what was the most challenging thing in your relationship, entanglement, situationship, or what have you, or marriage? What was some of the things that you found hard to get through, or what are some things that you're finding hard to get past, even right now, you know? Or what are some things that have made your relationship successful? That's my question. Now, a successful relationship is subjective, you know? It's subjective because you could be two people in a cabin on that island to it, you know, and that could be considered, you know, a successful relationship because y'all still together, y'all ain't nobody killed each other. Ain't nobody left the cabin and walked away. So, yeah. So, what are some of the things, man, that y'all could share with us, man? That, you know, some things that was very challenging that you thought you weren't gonna get through in the relationship. I'm gonna ask my wife. So, what were some of the things that you found that was challenging in the beginning of our relationship that you thought was gonna take you out?
Well, for me, it was when I was single, being able to do everything on my own, being the sole provider in my household. It was hard to be able to fall back and let you, hey, I got a husband here, let him lead. I don't have to worry about what's gonna happen because I got somebody that's leading me and that's gonna be the provider. So for me, it was hard coming from being independent to actually merging with someone that not only know how to lead, but wants to lead. So I would say that was challenging in the beginning, but your girl got it now. Down pat. Lead, baby, lead. So what about you?
For me, I think one of the most challenging things was communication / finances. And those are two of the most important dynamics of a relationship, I feel, because you got to be able to communicate, because without good communication or no communication at all, then that leads to mismanagement, not only your finance, but of time and everything else. It's like communication, man, is like that engine to the relationship. You know how an engine that drives that train, and then you got that caboose in the back. I think the communication train is that engine that drives, that pulls the train along, and that finance is the caboose that keep that thing going smooth. You know what I'm saying? So for me, being able to communicate and being able to convince her that, you know, it's very important to listen and to govern your finance accordingly along with mine, because when you used to just spending and have an attitude where I just make it back, it could be kind of difficult. Because me, coming from my background, I've always been a person, even since I was a young man or a young boy, I've always used to hear my mama say, save for a rainy day. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, things like that. So even when I was out in the streets doing my thing, my first law of nature was to save, conserve. So you could say I'm a conservative, but I'm not necessarily a Republican. Conserve means to hold on to what you got. It means to keep what you got. So I learned to conserve my resources at an early age. So merging with somebody that not necessarily understood that was kind of challenging, but when I seen the light bulb pop on, it popped on instantly. Seeing the communication pop on, I seen that happen instantly. One day we was at work, and I think we were having some back and forth. We were having some heated fellowship about something.
Probably finances.
No, it wasn't finance. It was about something that I was trying to get you to listen to. And you would usually like to say, like a lot of women like to do, they like to say their piece, then hang up. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll say, I said bye. But after you done said what you had to say, you'll say bye real quick in a nasty way, so it won't seem like you just hung up in a person's face, not knowing it's still disrespectful, because you got a chance to express yourself, but you didn't give the other person a chance to rebuttal or express what they were saying. Just saying, ladies, just saying what you got to say real quick and then saying bye, hanging up on the man, that's totally disrespectful, because you ain't got a chance to hear that man's viewpoints or vantage point. So communication is very important, whether you disagree or agree, you know. And you got some men that might do the same thing, that might say what they want to say or try to overtalk the woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of raising my voice at times, in now and in the past. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of that. So, you know, just being transparent. You know, we ain't always been where we at, and we still got, you know, a long way to go. But, you know, 8 years, I believe, is a milestone, and we might have some people on here on live, man, that can share, you know, some of their tools and some of their nuggets, man, to help us go further. You know what I'm saying? Do we got anything in the comment? Anybody dropping anything in the insight?
Somebody said, bro, King, what was that? King something.
So yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Yo, let's hear it.
So I agree with everything you said. I agree with what you said. And yeah, I was that one was like, nope. But when that light bulb did come on, did I not call you and tell you how much I appreciate you? And I thank you for always pouring into me and always making putting that blueprint out. It took me a while to jump on that blueprint, but I always heard what you said. But the reason why it was hard for me to jump on, because I was so used to doing things my way. But when I got out of the way, you seen a big difference, right?
Yeah, I seen it instantly. It happened, like I said, it happened when we was at work. When I seen the change, like I said, we were having some heated fellowship, and you was just, I felt the energy like you was gonna say what you're going to say and hang up, but this particular morning you didn't. You said what you had to say, and as I started saying what I was saying, it was almost like you took a deep breath, like, I want to hang up, but let me eat this. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't hang up. You heard what I had to say, and from that point on, that's when I seen the difference. Because what one thing a man don't like to be ignored. I say most men, we have good intentions. We want to lead. We want to be the men that we supposed to be, the men that God called us to be. Most men now. I ain't talking about, you got some clowns out here that don't know how to be men, that don't know how to lead, because they never submitted themselves in no shape, form, or fashion. So they don't know how to lead because they haven't sat at nobody's feet and submitted themselves and learned. Learning how to be a leader, man, is learned behavior. You just don't wake up and be born knowing how to lead. Now God may birth a leader in you, but you still must be trained on how to lead. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when God called David. David was probably called to lead the children of Israel. And I ain't trying to preach, but I'm just giving y'all an example. God probably called David to be a leader at birth, but he didn't just jump out his mama's stomach and start leading Israel. No, he had to go learn how to lead the sheep that his daddy had. He had to learn how to protect the sheep. He had to lay with the sheep. He had to protect the sheep from the lions, tigers, and bears. So leaders must be trained, man, and leaders must first be able to submit to somebody in authority that's over them. Amen. So most men, like I said, they want to lead. Most men, they want to be able to take care of their family, want to be able to provide, protect, be the priest, and all of that. And but yeah, one of the most disrespectful things, ladies, is to ignore a man or to be disrespectful when a man talking. It's just like a sad story that happened a couple of months ago, and it was all in the news. I'm quite sure some of y'all may have heard it. But it was a couple in Georgia, I believe it was, and the man was online. It was a toxic relationship, very toxic. And the guy was online doing a live, I believe, on Instagram or Facebook, rather, just sharing with his viewership, his views of their relationship between him and his girl and what they was going through. And so the girl that he was married to, I believe it was his wife, she was in the background, just jumping all in the live, talking over him while he trying to talk. Regardless of you don't agree with what he's saying, whether it's true or not, don't be disrespectful to the man while he's doing what he's doing. Just let him spew his lies if they lies, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she was doing her thing, man, and sadly enough, when doing the live, she got on there with her friends and was clowning the man and everything, and man, that man ended up unaliving her. Yeah, young couple too, man. Both of them, nice looking couple, had a nice home. So I said all that to say, if you're in a relationship, ladies and men, you gotta listen to one another, regardless of, whether you agree or not, man. We can agree to disagree. We ain't gotta put hands and feet on nobody just because somebody may be lying or somebody might be getting the best of the heated fellowship, you know. You have to listen, man. You know what I'm saying? And God gave us one mouth and two ears. And the reason why he did that, because you're supposed to listen more than you're supposed to talk. The word of God say, study to be quiet. Now that's powerful right there.
Yeah.
Study to be quiet. And the reason why you have to study to be quiet, because it's hard to be quiet, especially when somebody getting the best of you in a relationship or in a debate or in a argument or whatever. You have to study. It's just like when you studying for a test. You know, you got to study. You got to go over things that you previously have or may have wrote down. So I see why he say study, man, because it's hard to just shut up. I'm gonna be a witness, boy, because I know, man. Shoot, my wife talk fast too, so you got to get them points in. You know what I'm saying? Most women can out talk a man. That's why the Bible say it's best for a man to dwell on the rooftop than deal with a nagging woman, because women talk fast, they think fast. You know what I'm saying? Some of their viewpoints and things that they hit you with very calculated, and a woman like a sponge, they soak up everything. They don't never forget nothing. This woman here don't never forget nothing. She just always be like, man, I remember this, I remember that. I'm like, dang, you remember everything, don't you? So yeah, man, women, you know, they remember everything. And men want to be heard and women want to be loved. And, you know, I'm guilty on that part, because I ain't never been an affectionate person. Me, my background always been rough and tough. If it ain't rough, it ain't me. So that's my dynamic. I ain't no affectionate person. I don't like to really hold hands. I do it sometimes, but, you know, it be kind of cringe-worthy sometimes. That's just me. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but, you know, I've always been like that. I ain't no
You think I'm affectionate woman?
Yeah, I think you're very affectionate. You know, most women are very affectionate, man. Most women, you know, they operate on a whole affection. Me and we just like, all right, talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? Me and women want to know if they've been thought about, or you thinking about me 24 hours.
Did you miss me today or what?
Did you miss me today? You know what I'm saying? They can talk to you 5 minutes and call you right back. You miss me? Like, I got the phone with you.
I don't do that one now.
I ain't saying you. I'm just saying in general, women do that. You know, like 30 minutes. You know, they want to know. Do you miss me?
I am guilty. If I leave and come back home, be like, babe, you miss me? You be like, you just left.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man. We ain't doing that, man. Like I said, this the Saturday evening ride, Saturday evening tap in, man. You know, we just hanging out today for our 8th year anniversary, man. And like I said again, if y'all or anybody on here celebrated a birthday in August or either up to this point in September, man, happy birthday. Or whatever you celebrate, man, shout out to you, man. And that's what we doing. You want to kill that?
That's my side.
No, that's his side. Don't see that there? It's a little moth in here. She's gonna let it dwell over there.
What I'm supposed to do? It ain't bother me.
You take your rag and hit that thing. Your thing up out of here, man. So yeah, man. We appreciate y'all for checking in, man. I got caught up in the conversation that I missed my exit. Now I had to turn around, I had to get off the interstate
and get
back on. Yeah, I should have.
And you got over like you was gonna get off and you got back on.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, okay, if I get off on that first exit, I could only turn right, but I forgot I could have made a left and went down Del Mary as well. So yeah, man. We still here, man. We just talking about relationships and how and what make relationships works and the dynamics of relationships and things of that nature. Could you read those comments? You couldn't see them?
They went.
They were going fast. They just sit right now. He just say bro. Who's that one person saying bro? Like 3 times. I see like 4 times.
King Bud, what was that?
Bro, what you mean?
He said hey.
Huh?
He said hey. He said like bro, like what's up?
What's up? What's up? Tap in with me. Who are you? I appreciate you for checking
Star
in.
Say hi.
Hi.
What it do?
Yo, we just riding, man. You know.
I turned that thing on so I can see.
Okay, yeah, we just riding, man. We finna go get out and, you know, do something fun today, you know. It's the weekend, Saturday, man. I done watched enough football. 2 of my teams done won. It's safe to say Colorado won. I know when I left the house, it was like 27-7. More likely they won. And then Florida State Seminoles with a big win. 73, I believe, to 3. So yeah.
Wow.
I don't watch enough football, man. It's time to get in the streets.
We outside.
So yeah, man, that's what we doing, man. What y'all got going on this weekend, man? Y'all tap in. Let us know what y'all doing, man. We going to find us a rooftop, have us a nice cuisine or something. Maybe have some nice wine or two. Me, anyway, not the wife. She don't drink. Of course, we'll get her some
sweet tea,
Perrier water or something. How about that?
Some sweet tea with some lemon.
She'll take some sweet tea. Now, some of these places we be going to, the tea is not it.
No, it don't be 10.
The tea is not it, man. The tea tastes like, I ain't gonna say it, but you know what rhyme with tea. And I ain't never had no pee. But yo, we finna go to the rooftop, hang out a little bit, make it do what it do. But yeah, man, we just celebrate 8 years. 8 years of marriage, and that's a milestone, man.
8 years and a lifetime to go.
Also, 8 years as homeowners as well.
Let's go.
We celebrated 8 years of home ownership back in July, man. So when you can come together with somebody and see, this is how I think when it comes to relationship. This is just my thinking. Y'all might think this crazy, but I treat my relationship like it's a business. Say for instance, if you got a business, you want to be able to make right investments in that business. You want to be able to make right moves. You know, you want to be in that business because you're in that business for profit. In relationships are the same way. When you in a relationship, you in a relationship to gain. You ain't in a relationship to necessarily lose. Now you're gonna take some losses. You're going to take some bumps and bruises, but you have to treat that thing like it's a business per se. That's just my way of thinking, and that helps me to stay focused because I know in any business I had, man, I treated that thing, man, with the utmost regard because I want that thing not only to continue to work, but I wanted to, you know, to bring me back some residuals, you know what I'm saying? Which way is Matt Deal? Matt Deal that way?
Yes.
Matt Deal that way, so I need to go that way. So yeah, I wanted it to bring me back some residuals. You feel me? So that's just my thinking. You may say different. You know, you may have a different vantage point than that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, treat each other with the most respect and love. And if you gotta disagree, hey, disagree, go outside, take your walk, you know, do whatever you gotta do, man, to stay peaceful with one another, you know what I'm saying?
Peace.
You know, God said, with all in you, dwell amongst each other peaceably, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be, every day ain't gonna be good and sweet. You know, most people idea of marriage is, oh, they want a man to come ride in on a white horse, shiny armor, scoop them up and ride off into the sunset. That's fantasy though. That ain't gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? You'd be better off having a KKK ride through and scoop you up and ride you off somewhere than one of these guys nowadays riding in on a white horse, scoop you off and ride off into the sunset. It ain't gonna happen, man. So women, y'all gotta kind of lower your expectation in that aspect, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all want a man making $250,000 a year when you only making $40,000. That ain't gonna work. Got to come to the table with a little more than that. Now that don't mean the man won't have you to be his wife. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what that mean. But what that does mean is that, you know, when he making that kind of money, I think I told my son, I said, when you making that kind of money, when you're a six figure N word, you got options. And you ain't got to settle for the first thing. You ain't got to settle for the first thing that come along, you know what I'm saying? You making six figures, you got options, man. You can weigh that thing out. So I was saying that with my son, you know, cause he in that 6-figure range and, you know, he got a lot of options. So, you know, but yeah, man, we just want to say thank y'all for tapping in, man. We're going to get on with the get on, start our night.
I want to say something to the wives.
Oh yeah, the wife, she want to say something. Go ahead, chime in. Go ahead, chime in, chime.
So I just want to say to the wives, listen, if you are married, you have to put in the work. If you're married, if you are working towards being married, you still have to put in the work. And that means that it's going to be some good days, it's going to be some bad days. But if it's worth fighting for, keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. And wives, if you are not submitting, if you have a husband that have something for you to submit to your husband. It's okay, because it's not a bad thing. Let that man lead, and you be that helpmate that God called you to be. Stay in your rightful place, and you're going to be okay. So with that being said, we are the Andersons. We love it. And guess what? It's our anniversary. Peace. Back on you, babe.
No. We are out of here. Signing out. What I say to one, I say to all. Until next time. Peace. Pieces together. Always together. I remember I used to do this.
Okay,
my
what's
cousin
the
finished it.
Okay.
Pieces together.
Okay.
This is a celebration.
Okay. Oh, we is, baby.
Peace. Till next time. Holla.
That was good, baby.
It's good, Shay.